Live. 9:14 in the morning. One person joined us. Last week I did this on Saturday morning, and I don't think anybody was there. Maybe towards the end we had someone. Anyway, it is the FOC with the CCB. Getting this out of the way. I got to run the store on my own today. I'm going to try and get some more comics up for the back issue department. I've been working on some Scotty Youngs. Still got a couple left to go, but there's a whole bunch of new Scotty Youngs. Try and get a video out this evening before I close, or it'll be maybe tomorrow. Anyway, new stuff. But FOC, that's what we're going to go through every Monday, 8 p.m. That's the cutoff for the pre-sales, and I always recommend that you do that because it lets us know what to order. And I like to know what to order. The CanadianComicBin.com, that's our website where you do all your purchasing. So yeah, you come here, scroll down to the pre-sales, and that will remind you all that October 15th is our cutoff for our second limited t-shirt. We print to order. The Canadian Comic Bin done in Amazing Spider-Man font. We've got ideas for our next 2 shirts already. But yeah, we've got some good orders on it. And pre-sales. Start off with DC. DC was small this week. I guess gearing up for January, Christmas time, there's going to be some less new releases. Anyway, last issue of the last Halloween, Long Halloween. Nice Tim Sale cover. And Scalera is the artist. He does the B variant. Adam Hughes is doing one. And let me check if they add. Yesterday they did not add that cover, but I am going to check right now and see if they did it in the evening. No, still nothing there. So that's really disappointing. If it shows up today or tomorrow, I'm going to add it to the site, but I was really hoping we'd be able to see the Adam Hughes and the David Finch variant covers, but alas, there's nothing there. Keep looking over here so I can see myself talking. I gotta remember to go right there. Absolute Batman 2025 Annual #1. Daniel Warren Johnson, James Herron, Meredith McLaren. There you go. 3 people working on this. And we just restocked our reprints for Absolute Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, all that. And we do have trades of Absolute Batman and Superman, and only the hardcover of Absolute Wonder Woman. They just came in yesterday. So those are available. Let's hope we sell some this weekend, because that's what we like doing. All right. Dragotta is the B cover. Batman on a big old bat tank truck. And James Herron. We don't get to see the Gerard Perel cover yet. Superman Red and Blue 2025 special. Samney. I like the Michael Walsh one. Michael Walsh has been doing good covers as of late. Not that he was doing bad covers before, but there's just been more standing out. And Karen Darbo. It's a fun one. Oh, that's Mr. Terrific's last part. And Delandro. Delandro did a bunch of X Factor back in the day with Peter David. There is reprints. The 9th printing for Absolute Batman. We still have 8th, and it's cheaper because it's the Batman Day one, so it's a cheaper version to get it. If you haven't read it, I don't know what you're waiting for. 2nd printing for number 10 and 11, and 2nd printing for number 10 Superman and 11. And like I said last time, we're keeping these up for a few weeks because they're about, look at that, we got 5 people in the morning. Good morning to you all, wherever you are. Project Enigma, good morning, good morning. We put these up earlier. The odd time we pick an issue that we think is going to be bigger and we give it some extra time. Like the last one was the Mark Spears blind bags. We we pre-sold, like, we're a small store. We're not big, but we pre-sold over 250 of those. So that was pretty cool. But Batman or Deadpool Batman did really well. We ordered quite a bit and we just sold out. No, we have one copy left, I think. One, maybe two. But we should have ordered more. I just wasn't sure because I thought these would be everywhere, but now a bunch of them are, $20, $30 each. So I want people to get a chance to actually make sure they get the DC version, written by Grant Morrison, who hasn't done a comic book in who knows how long. But there are 21 different covers. We went through them last time. I like the Sean Murphy one. That's kind of fun. But yeah, 21 covers. I'm sure this will be a hit. We've had some good pre-sales, but this one, a lot of people have been ordering the Crisis or homage by Ryan Sook. We do a bundle of all 21, and there you go. And this thing got pushed back to the end of the month, so it's just going to linger here for a while. And I do like, I pointed it out multiple times, I do like the homage to Mignola's Batman Death of the Family. Anyway, that's DC. It's a weak week, but Deadpool, Batman, #1 DC, and they've announced they're doing more one-shots, Spider-Man and Superman, each one from DC and Marvel. That's going to come out, and I don't know what else they mentioned, but you'll find out. You'll find out. Night 16, that's been on and off this pre-sale for months. Moonshine Bigfoot. The Spawn one was from last week. I like the Salmon Twitch cover. This did really well at the beginning. A lot of people were picking it up, giving it a shot, and we had subscribers. And then, after about 6 or 7 issues, we lost subscribers, and then pre-sales started to go. Now, maybe we get one order for the book. I know that means for a lower print run for future, people are all like, get the stuff that's going to have the lowest print run. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Dracula coming back with a 2-parter, black and white, Tynion, and Simmons. 2 covers there. Farrell, always doing the horror movie homage. And iTyrant, I don't know if we have anybody ordering this series. If we do, it's only one person, but I can never remember. Radiant Black has been here for weeks. Rat City was here last time. Rockefellers, here we go. We got some Halloween. We got a little Geiger right there. Kind of makes me think of the Adam Hughes Ghost cover. There's a Ghost for Dark Horse, and he had the characters trick-or-treating, and one was dressed up as Madman, one was dressed up as Hellboy. I think there's a third costume in there, but I like that cover. And Chris Weston B cover. Sleep, Viking Moon 2. We put one on the stands. Haven't heard back if that person wants #2 or not, but we got the pre-sales. If they like it, they'll go for it. Ghost Pepper, I like this little series. It's fun. And third printing by Mr. Jason Howard, who did an original sketch for me, Constantine and Swamp Thing together. He said he had a fun time doing it, and I love when people enjoy drawing pictures for me. Transformers 24, so this is the last Daniel Warren Johnson. Not really, because 25 is half Daniel Warren Johnson, half Robert Kirkman. Our next week's books showed up yesterday, so I got to skim through a little bit, see Dan Mora's art. But anyway, 24 sold out, back in print. And Escape #1, back. It's third printing. People are saying good things about this war comic done through anthropomorphic characters. Skinbreaker. I'm hearing people really like it, and people are just kind of meh towards it. But everyone does say the art is really good. One of our customers told us that Finch was actually doing huge paintings, and then they shrink it down. And that's why they did a larger size treasury, just so you can take in more of the art, which I didn't know, and that's pretty cool. But anyway, second print, sold out at distributors. There are 3 different variants. Yeah. So I still haven't read it. I wasn't really that interested, but skimming through and seeing how nice it looked, I'm going to give it a chance, which you should always do. Undiscovered Country. This was from last week. All these guys were from last week. They just, it happens. They push back the order. There we go. And the last part of We're Taking Everyone Down with Us. I stopped reading it because I'm waiting for the full series to end. Then I'm going to read the last chunk of it. Indie comics. Let's go. A lot of this stuff is from last week and even weeks previous. But Perillo, he works at Dynamite. For me, Dynamite is where he belongs. So yeah, Ivan Tao also has a cover, which I haven't seen a piece from him in a while. Gargoyles, Demona 4 has been there for a while. Thundercats 20. We have the cover, or Perillo's cover, for number 21, but there's no cover image for 20. So if it's due this week, and you want the A cover, you won't know what it looks like. Same thing with Maleficent. I think this got pushed back even further, but we'll make sure we'll have some on the stands because that did really well last time. Silverhawks, we have 1 or 2 people picking that up, and I can't remember if this was last week's as well. That's the thing with Dynamite Comics; they keep pushing. So many of them get pushed back a week or 2 or 3 or 4, and I forget if they were repeats or not. Sonya, I know, is a repeat. Stitch and Supernatural, these guys have been pushed back. Yeah, see, here's number 21. Oh, it's not a Perillo cover, it's Shelby. Anyway, so obviously 21 is going to get pushed back since 20 is also on the FOC. Pumira, we got a one-shot with this character. I only vaguely remember Thundercats. Like I remember I had toys and I played with them, but the cartoon I don't really remember that much. Betty and Veronica facsimile. Really, Betty? Can I help it if Archie prefers me? I certainly don't chase him. Does a mouse trap chase a mouse? All right. All right. I don't know why number 8. Maybe it's a really good cover, but they also did like some interior pieces as covers, pinups, I guess. We get our Archie buyers. Toxic Crusaders. Our buyers on this have kind of dried up too. People just have not been ordering that. Blue Palo Verde. Dick Tracy special, little Halloween one shot. I feel like we have more of issue 1 somewhere in the back. I went looking for them and I can't find them. It Killed Me. Everyone But Me, second printing. Kind of cool. All the people stuck in the rib cage. Good morning, Alberto. How's it going? These guys from Antarctic Press, I believe, have been on here last week. Biker Mice from Mars. We had one person buy issue 1 because he was a fan. He read it and said, I do not want number 2. He said it was terrible. So I feel bad for the creators, but what are you going to do? Cult of Lamb, one shot. The A cover is a Momoko. Last week there was the foil version of this because they always put those ahead of time. But this video game sold really well for us in the store and then really well at the convention scene. So likely we're going to be ordering extra. Too bad there isn't any ratios, I don't believe. It is a little expensive, but what are you going to do? I don't know if we'll order the blanks, though. Just doesn't seem like a lot of people are wanting sketches of the little lamb on there. Scourge of the Serpent, Conan, Yem Gist. A bunch of covers there, but that was my favorite. And Big Rig 4. Despite the hullabaloo with the blind bags or blind boxes, people are still picking this up, and the art is really good, and the ones that are reading it like it, and they say it's a fun story. So, and I know in New York Comic Con they're doing a big rig setup, a booth. we're thinking of opening all our mystery boxes and just see what we have in there, and because nobody has really. We might have sold one off the stand. We pre-sold all our copies, and yeah, I don't know. May as well just see. Maybe we got like one of those 1 in 1,000, 1 in 10,000s. You never know. But we've got Tyler Kirkham variant. They do have another blind box, limited to 15,000, and they are way better with their allocations of the variants. We've seen that with the second blind box and the freebie box. There's Moko, Death Dog. All right. He's loving his Death Dog. Ordained. Bad Idea. I haven't read any of the Bad Idea stuff, but apparently it's good. But I don't know. Robert Venditti. I don't know. Anyway, Jorge Fornes does the A cover. Who did that one? Oh, Charlie Adler. That's Walking Dead. And Chromium one. Okay. Planet Death, #1, second print. We still have first prints, so don't worry there. And #2, the art in this series is really, really good. I read the 0 issue, didn't really give a lot of what, the story is, but it looked pretty. And then #1 came in, and I was like, looks really good. Ryan Sook wraparound, kind of a smaller image there. Pecos Bill, The Guns of Oz. A twisted, magical version of Oz. You know the story. Oh, he lassoed a tornado. Okay. Could be fun. Tales of Paranoia. That's a one-shot, one and done. The first R. Crumb comic book in 23 years. This has to be old, right? Oh, he's 81 and still doing this? Holy moly. Okay. Sorry, I'm reading and not talking to you guys. I thought our Robert Crumb had passed away. He did not, and so his first comic work in 27 years. 20. What did that say? 23 years. Well, good for Robert Crumb. I will probably bring some of this in for the stand. Uncle Scrooge, #2. Critter, #9. Is that from Antarctic Press? Yeah, Sexy Dane cover. People like those. These covers are great. The Neverwar stuff. Romanus Magic Eye, #4. I don't remember selling 1, 2, or 3, but there's #4. Savager 2, The Future is Bleep. Dead Samurai, Bill Sienkiewicz. They reprinted like all the other issues. You got 3 different covers. Don't know much about this series, but people wanted enough that it's been reprinted. Dead Samurai. Grimm, #25, last issue. A bevy of covers. Jenny Frison. I would say this is better than her last few that I've seen for like Hello Darkness and a couple of Marvel ones. If you're a Jenny Frison fan, I like this one by Cam and Coley. I like the skull in the water. VR Troopers, Wind, the Tynan series, a new distillery, Galactic. It says if you're fans of Saga and Sex Criminals and Star Wars. So there you go. What if George Lucas and Quentin Tarantino had a baby? The baby would be Kurt Pyers. All right. Give it a chance, but Holy Distillery, like, where's your other books? People want White Boat. They've been dying for White Boat. Tululote has a customer friendly and a spicy one. blurred out for you. American Caper and new Dark Horse by Dan Hauser, who does Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption. So that's kind of cool. If you're a video game fan and love those and you want to check out what he's doing in comics, Simon Bisley. There's a bunch of different covers here. The Ash Can is out. We have them for $2 if you want to just give it a go. A little teaser. David Lapham, who's big on crime, and Joe Quinone. Hellboy, #1, The Ghost Ships of Labrador. No surprise, there was no Magnolia Bee cover. They did Matt Smith. Beneath the Trees, Where Nobody Sees, Rite of Spring, #4, and they just announced that they're working on, it's either a TV show or a movie based on the series. I would imagine a cartoon would work better, unless they're going to do that kind of what's Fantastic Mr. Fox. That was a movie with George Clooney as the Fox. I think this would work well in that kind of movie style. We got our homage covers. And this one looks super familiar, and I can't place it. Gummy Bears, maybe? Stop motion, that's right. Thank you, Project Enigma. Yeah, is this an homage to Gummy Bears, maybe? You guys remember that 80s cartoon? Used to love it. Event Horizon, #1 is going for big bucks right now. So if you've seen a copy at your store for cover, I would grab it. I don't know. I bought a bunch, and we have now priced them up accordingly to eBay. So if you missed out, you missed out. Somebody bought a couple at cover last night. So good for them. But if you can find them for cover price, I would scoop them up. Horror stuff goes really well. An old soap opera. Yeah, I could see that. Especially the writing, right? But this face on the bear really makes. I was thinking maybe even Fievel Goes West or American Tail at first, but no, I'm going to stick with Gummy Bears mixed with a soap opera. Godzilla. Nobody has jumped out saying they love this. In fact, we've had our first cancellation of Godzilla subscriptions from IDW. So I don't know what to say. Some Star Trek, Street Sharks, Turtles are reprinting the hard to find volume. And Turtles are taking on Godzilla. Turtles team up with every movie and TV property, it seems. You got a few covers. Here's a Godzilla Turtle mashup. A cover is, for me, by far the best. Yeah. Roots of Madness #2. I haven't read the first issue yet. I will. I'm going to bring some stuff home tonight and get through a couple of issues. There's stuff I want to see if I like it, see if I can recommend it. Doctor Who, that was on here last week, and same with Vampirella. I do like this Perilla cover. And the blind bag. The blind bags, we only had like 2 or maybe 3 days to promote the blind bags for the Harley Quinn and Elvira, and they went really well. A lot of people bought them, so that was cool. And the Terminator was more expensive. You do get 2 comics, but didn't do as well, but still better than I expected with the amount of time we had to promote them. We will have some for the stands. I did order extras. Not Mark Spears blind bag extras, but all right, let's finish it off with Marvel. Marvel was big this week. Yeah, there was a lot. So if you're a big Marvel buyer, your wallet's going to get a little lighter. Not many people keep stuff in their wallet anymore. It's all the bank. It's all taps. Tap. Anyway, I like the A cover. I like the way the symbiote comes off. I haven't been reading. I read the first couple of the issue, but I didn't carry on. And it looks like Warlock, the X-Men New Mutants character. So I'm curious if it's a mixture. Some of you might know. Some of you are reading it. I got Adam Kubert. Cam and Coley, 20th anniversary. Doing the old Sammy. And we have a series of covers. At first, I was like, I don't know, but as I was going through, I started to enjoy them more. So yeah, Lee and Hyuk, the Street Verse variants. There's a couple. I like the Miles one better, but Spider-Man one's good. Bermeo, not for me. The face looks off. Bermeo is an awesome artist, and I just don't like that one. And a hidden gem calendar. Hidden gems were usually the ratios, but for whatever reason, this wasn't a ratio. I double checked. Amazing X-Men 2. People haven't really been jumping on this new X-Men thing. I ordered light because I just didn't have the strong pre-sales, and the people who were subscribed to Uncanny and X-Men, none of them really said that they wanted any of it, and so we just kept it light. There you go, another Streetverse. Amazing X-Men. Stephanie Hans, that's a cool one. Breathing out or breathing in. Little skull souls. Avengers 32, Zombie Invasion. Did I read that correct? Zombie Invasion. The curtains pulled back and Kane's triumph seems inevitable with the Grail in his hands. The Avengers are outnumbered. All right. I like zombies. And another Streetverse. We got Black Panther. Veshio Thor. And Toy Story on a Marvel comic. Kind of fun. Got Andy on his foot. Marvel Comics Presents by Bagley. Battle World went to second print. Binary #2. Black Cat 2, second print. Sold out. We sold out like right away. Young and the Restless for sure. Okay. I agree. Enigma, that's that face. It looks like he just didn't try, or maybe we're just used to his covers being so dark, and this being so bright and sunny in the morning, or maybe that's her morning face without makeup, and Mary Jane actually looks wonky. You know. Echo. Of course, we're gonna get a David Mack cover, and it's a good one. Carbonaro and Maria Wolf. She is ripped. Mark Brooks second printing to Godzilla. Don't have the image, but I imagine it's just the A cover. Laura Kinney, Sabretooth, #2. Ashley Witter. I feel like I haven't seen Ashley Witter art for a while. Good cover. And Jacopo Camini. All right. Newer artist. Long Shots #2. If you're a fan of the X Babies, you're going to want to jump in on that. It's the morning face, yeah. Adam Polina, I haven't seen him in a while, but he's been doing the B covers on this. And Philip Tan. I liked Mojo as a younger kid. Sorry. Cough right into my mic. Marvel Knights, full scope. As this vision comes into focus as the whole of the Marvel Universe faces the world to come. Do not underestimate Katima. I think I read that this time jumps again. So, I don't know. Quesada's art is pretty to look at. You got a Bagley cover. Pretty standard. This one, these Halloween masks. I don't know, man. Miles, it's a steady seller. It really is. We have subscribers and pre-sales, but I do like this cover. That's my favorite of the street walking, the streetwalkers, Streetverse. Moon Knight, Fistaconchu, #14. Also good covers, but we don't have the Moon Knight readership at our shop. It's faded away. And that's what can you do? If people aren't buying it, we don't bring it in. Spirits of Violence. #1 had a first appearance, I believe. Star Wars Legacy number 10. I really thought this was a miniseries, but going. This one looked pretty weird. I guess he's having some kind of not hallucination, but some kind of image. Something going on in his brain. Mortal Hulk went to second print. We do have one copy of the first print. Scoop it if you want. Same Hawkeye went to second print. Ultimate X-Men number 21. Again, these are ending with 24. They are popular, so I do hope that they get a second volume, or they just start again with 25 with a new creative team, or maybe some of the same creative teams. Who knows? Amazing Spider-Man Torn number 2 did not get a Adam Hughes cover. I was wondering if he was doing all the covers, but he just did the A cover. And Indito, and this is written by Straczynski. Number 1 is not out yet. There's a nice Delato. And Steve Rude, he's been popping up and doing the odd cover here and there. He just came out of hiding, I suppose. Eddie Brock Carnage. Is this the last issue? I feel like this is the last issue. Just I don't know for sure. Taking on Muse. I feel like Muse wouldn't handle Carnage very well. And another Streetverse. Fantastic Four number 5, getting robbed by, I like this cover, getting robbed by the Black Cat and Invisible Woman, not too happy. Got another Streetverse, and there is a Frizzen. This is a pretty good one too. I'm a fan of wearing scarves, so I appreciate this cover. I do have to drink more water in the morning, so I'm not so throaty. Yeah, Frizzen, nice cover. The Disney ones, I don't even know if people are really, I can't remember. You know, we probably sell 2 of these every week or month or whenever they come out. People dropped off. And Scotty Young, part 5, connecting cover. I guess there's going to be one more because that shoot continues off the page. Iron Frost, number 1 had a really cool cover. Two really cool covers. So hopefully the story's good. Streetverse and Cassia Ni, Punisher 2, Panosian. And this is unfinished art, but it's a nice one, sitting on a pile of guns. Probably uncomfortable, and probably a hassle climbing up to the top of that, I would imagine. Marvel Black, White, and Blood and Guts. Number 1 is not out yet. Well, actually, I don't know if it is for next week or not. I clicked on that for no reason. Chelsea does the new releases, so I don't see them often until the day on Tuesday. New Avengers. So wonky that Carnage is on the team. Guri Hiru. Getting more cover work through Marvel, doing more standard covers rather than just the cutesy animal ones. Predator Badlands. I'm excited for this movie. I really like Predator Prey, and the trailer for this looks really fun. But this is actually a prequel to the movie, so we get some new stuff. It's back in the day they used to just do adaptations of the movie, and it's like, here's the comic version. But now we get like new stuff, and that is awesome. So I'm going to check that out. And this is the photo, movie photo cover. Red Hulk number 10, last issue. Told you there's a lot of Marvel this week. And Rogue Storm number 2. This is where Rogue is trying to take down Storm because she's mean. And I'm guessing Gambit passed away in this world, or maybe they're just separate. I don't know. I know nothing. Streetverse variant, and Villalobos. I think I read that he was going to be doing less covers, and he has been. but it's nice when they do pop up. Sinister's 6, so Mr. Sinister's got a team, and there you go. I do like the Shavrin cover. Wolverine is Death of the Apocalypse 4 Horsemen, or Revelations 4 Horsemen, and Spider-Girl. Oh, I guess she's Hawaiian, so she's back in Hawaii. Fun little sun-soaked cover. And Spider-Man Wolverine number 7. New York Comic Con's going on this week, right? We wanted to go, but we couldn't make it work. We tried. We did. Anyway, I'm sad. Eric Larson. Eric Larson was like my first Spider-Man comic, and so I really like him. And I love the fact that this looks just like his stuff from the 90s. The characters in the back, no, but the Spider-Man in the forefront, that's like perfect Spider-Man for me. Look at that, we got 8 people. That's the most we've had in here in a long time on a live feed. So thanks for just popping in or whatever you guys are doing. Anyway, props to Eric Larson. Action figure variant, we got a little Venom. And the animation, Venom and Carnage. Spider-Man Noir, Eric Larson is writing us, so that's why we're getting a bunch of different Eric Larson covers. Simone DeMeo. And here's another Eric Larson. How about that on his head? Is that Tombstone? Is that the noir version where he's just got like a thing sticking out of there? I don't know. But this cover by Rod Reis is really good. And his art, it reminds me of a mixture of like Phil Noto and Bill Sienkiewicz. It's like a little mashup of the two. Like it's scratchy, but cleaner than the Sienkiewicz. Anyway, that cover is delightful. Star Wars 7. I just put out a huge Star Wars run. Look at that. We dropped from 8 to 3. People are like, this guy sucks. Yeah, we put out a whole bunch of Star Wars stuff. Almost a full run of the original series. Went 1 to 106. We didn't have, was 107 the last issue? I don't know. Anyway, we put out a lot of Star Wars comics, some Dark Horse, some modern stuff, but the old stuff was really cool. And is this a photo or no? It's an homage. When I was a kid, I loved that Ewoks movie. I did. I cannot lie. Action figure. These action figures, they still don't really go for anything. They were so overproduced. I was buying them at like Zellers and I guess Sears. That's what we had in Thunder Bay back in the day, the 90s. Just rolling up to the Zellers, buying some Star Wars figures, thinking they're going to be worth a ton later. They weren't. Han Solo, a couple there. Strange Tales, Green Goblin showing up. Dave Barden. And Ultimate Black Panther 22. A lot of the times when these issues are up on pre-sale, it means that the previous issue is coming out this next week. So I'm like, oh, I guess Strange Tales 1 is probably coming out. Feed cover, Lee Garbett. Ultimate Wolverine. We just got a bunch of trades, or no, sorry, I reordered all the Ultimate trades. So if you're wanting to jump in and check those out, they should be in hopefully next week. Breslin, good cover. And Venom 251. 250 is on the stands right now. I know that for sure. Null is back. Here's our Street Verse. The Venom one's pretty cool. And Puppeteer Lee normally does Spawn stuff, but does the odd Image or Marvel thing. And Scan. Classy Mary Jane. Black and White Raw for Revenge. I believe that's the last issue of that. And Tales from the Age of Apocalypse. Little one shot. Infernal Hulk, Incredible Hulk ended, and we've got our new story arc. Same creative team, Philip Johnson Kennedy. I mixed those up, and Todd Klein. So yeah, a bunch of different covers. We got our Panosian foil, our Street verse promo. So what I can tell, I only read the first couple of issues. So I'm assuming we've got a mashup of two different Hulk monsters, or Hulk fused with another monster. Segovia. Yeah, because there's two different shoulders and blah, blah, blah. And our facsimile is Ultimate Spider-Man #1, the classic Bagley. Yeah. That was a long one for Marvel, not going to lie. Thanks for watching, hanging out. If you could click a like on there or something. I'm thankful for all the people who left comments. You know, we want YouTube algorithm to help push our content stuff up there so we can grow our business and buy cooler things. And what I forgot to do was shrink my head and let you guys see more of the covers of these things. Sorry about that. If you ever notice me do that in a future video, just say, Neil, get your face out of there. That's it. I'm gonna work on some back issues. I've got to open the store in an hour, and I'll get up what I can. And yeah, buy some comics, pre-order your comics, and I'll catch you next time.